Meet SoundCore, the highly intelligent signal processing system that lives inside our hearing aids on the Discover Next platform, enabling a truly exceptional hearing experience. SoundCore is made up of 4 powerful features: SoundNav 3.0, Sound Conductor, Spatial Awareness, and Speech Pro. Working together, they help people hear more clearly, comfortably, and naturally in every conversation, in every environment. SoundNav 3.0 is the foundation of SoundCore. We've been using machine learning, a branch of artificial intelligence, to train SoundNav to think like a human for over a decade, and nobody does it better than us. When sounds enter the hearing aids, SoundNav intelligently classifies them into 7 key listening environments: quiet, conversation in quiet, conversation in a small group, conversation in a crowd, conversation in noise, and music. SoundNav dynamically blends these environments to create thousands of possible combinations. It seamlessly adjusts to life's ever-changing soundscapes.
Hey, nice to see you.
When SoundNav identifies music, the system switches to a dedicated music program, optimized to make music sound amazing. And now, with MediaNav, stream content like music or podcasts from any device directly into both hearing aids. MediaNav classifies the signal as music or speech and adjusts the sound accordingly. With the precise and accurate classification provided by SoundNav, SoundCore can always apply the right signal processing for its environment, ensuring the best listening experience in every situation. Once SoundCore knows what environment it's in, Sound Conductor uses that information to dynamically balance 3 features to achieve clear speech, reduced noise, and overall sound quality and comfort. Speech enhancement makes it easier to hear people when they're talking by increasing the volume of their voices.
And there were hardly any other people around. It was really nice.
Soft Speech Lift is able to provide an added boost to the voices of people speaking softly in quiet environments.
Princess who lived in a castle.
Noise reduction makes listening more comfortable by decreasing the volume of distracting background noises of all kinds.
So adorable. I think it'll be really great for the kids to have a dog in the house.
Directionality helps separate speech from noise and identify where sounds are coming from.
That is some really suspenseful parts. I seriously couldn't put it down.
Our 2 most advanced directional features are Spatial Awareness and Speech Pro. The synergy within Sound Conductor creates a comfortable, natural listening experience with clearer speech in every conversation. SoundCore uses spatial awareness in quieter environments to put sounds in their place in space. People use the difference between when and how loudly sounds enter their ears to know where these sounds are coming from.
By the way, have you seen my keys?
With most hearing aids, these crucial cues are lost, making it hard to localize sounds.
They're not there.
Spatial awareness brings back these natural cues with an innovative 4-microphone strategy. The result? Sounds are acoustically separated and perceived in their accurate locations, providing a more realistic sound experience. At the heart of better hearing is Speech Pro, our most advanced feature. SoundCore uses it to help understand speech and know where it's coming from in the most challenging environments. Speech Pro uses a 4-part strategy. First, Speech Locator uses the microphones from both hearing aids to figure out where speech is coming from and continuously provides that information to Speech Focus, Spatial Speech, and Spectral Speech. Then, Speech Focus directs the focal area toward the speech.
Why not go to Spain in November?
Dynamically adjusting depending on where it's coming from.
And we heard that the Costa Calida.
Spatial Speech reintroduces localization cues by adjusting the level of amplification in each ear. This means we can give back subtle cues that have never been available in directional microphone systems before.
The best stop on our trip was Buenievo.
Finally, Spectral Speech creates even further contrast between speech and noise.
Huge fireworks display in the evening.
With Speech Pro, we are able to separate speech from noise without negatively impacting binaural cues, giving fantastic speech understanding in noisy situations and maintaining a natural hearing experience. So, SoundNav 3.0 identifies the soundscape. Sound Conductor balances speech, noise, and directionality, with spatial awareness and Speech Pro making hearing enjoyable in all kinds of environments. Together, they form SoundCore, a remarkably intelligent system that cuts through the noise, so words are better understood and emotional nuances in conversation are easier to perceive, helping you hear what matters. Wherever life brings you, You'll love the experience.